Have you ever just had that feeling that you're capable of more? That you're kind of stuck on a path that feels, well, average? Today, we're diving into a really powerful philosophy for breaking free from all that and becoming truly spectacular. It's all about a radical shift in your mindset, getting away from making excuses and toward taking complete, total ownership of your life. So let's get right into it.
I mean, this quote just nails it, right? It's a simple, unavoidable truth. If you do what everybody else is doing, you're going to get what everybody else gets. If your main goal in life is just to fit in, then by definition, you are choosing an average life. There's just no way around it. So that leads to the million-dollar question, doesn't it? If average actions always lead to average results, what in the world does it actually take to achieve something different, something spectacular? Well, that's exactly what we're here to unpack. It all starts with a very conscious choice. You have to literally look at the path that most people take, the path of normal, and deliberately decide to go a completely different way. And look, this slide just lays out the choice so clearly. On one side, you've got the average life. It's all about fitting in, conforming, not rocking the boat. But on the other side, the spectacular life is about embracing what other people might even call weird. It's about being willing to do the things that others just won't, choosing that uncomfortable path because you know deep down it leads to extraordinary results. What it boils down to is this. You cannot achieve extraordinary things if your main goal is to just fit in. It's impossible. The desire to be spectacular and the desire to be normal are pulling you in completely opposite directions. You simply have to choose which one you want more. All right, so rejecting the average, that's step one. But now we get to the absolute bedrock of this entire philosophy. This next part is the engine that will actually drive you forward. And we're not just talking about owning your mistakes here. No. This is way deeper. We're talking about owning your time, your day, your reactions, your circumstances, literally everything. It is the absolute refusal to see yourself as a victim of your own life. For a lot of people, this whole transformation hinges on one single powerful moment of clarity. It's that moment your mindset finally shifts from depending on others to true self-reliance, a core part of really growing up. And there it is. That's the harsh, but you know what? It's also the most liberating truth there is. No one is coming to save you. No one else is going to build your business for you, solve your problems, or chase down your dreams. That responsibility is 100% yours. The contrast here is just night and day. The victim mindset always points fingers, right? My teacher doesn't like me, but the owner mindset, it looks in the mirror and asks, okay, why? What can I actually do about this? It's not about ignoring pain or pretending things aren't hard. It's about asking, how can I use this energy? That is the fundamental difference between being a passenger in your own life and being the driver. Okay, so you've rejected average. Check. You've taken total ownership. Check. But what fuels the day-to-day journey? It's not that fleeting feeling of motivation. It's the relentless, grinding engine of discipline. This just sums it up perfectly, doesn't it? Here's the key difference. Motivation is a feeling. It's an emotion that comes and goes. But discipline is a commitment. It's what gets you to show up even when you really don't feel like it. And in the long run, the person who is consistent will always beat the person who just waits for motivation to strike. Let me tell you this incredible story that illustrates this perfectly. So there's this professional basketball player, and he decides he's going to get to the arena super early to get an edge on everybody else. But when he walks onto the court, he sees Kobe Bryant, one of the greatest of all time, already there, deep into a workout, completely drenched in sweat. He was just stunned. Here's Kobe, already at the absolute peak of his game, and he's still putting in this insane level of work. Wow. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. That is the mindset of pure, uncut discipline. It wasn't about feeling motivated that day. It was a conscious choice to send a message, both to himself and to his competition, that he would simply not be outworked. That's what separates the good from the legendary. So you're probably thinking, okay, great, but how do I actually build that kind of discipline? Well, it doesn't start with feeling disciplined. It starts with action. It starts with the small stuff. Stop breaking the little promises you make to yourself. Don't hit the snooze button. Make that phone call. Each time you follow through on something small, you build trust in your own ability to execute. And that trust is the absolute foundation of real discipline. All right, let's get super practical now. If discipline is the engine, what's the road you drive on? Well, the philosophy is crystal clear. You have to actively seek out and embrace things that are difficult. The advice here is so specific and so powerful. Find something genuinely hard and do it on a regular basis with a group of people. This idea of shared suffering is an incredibly potent way to build both your own resilience and a deep sense of community. So why does this shared suffering thing work so well? Well, think about joining a jujitsu gym, a CrossFit box, or a competitive sports team. These environments work because they force you to show up for other people, even on the days you don't feel like it. You build these real bonds through that shared struggle, and you discover a level of capability in yourself you never knew you had. It's the exact same dynamic that forges elite military units. Okay, let's bring this all home. We've talked about rejecting average, taking ownership, building discipline, and seeking out hardship. But what is the ultimate point of all of this? What's the end game? And here's the crucial point. This is not just a to-do list for success. It's a blueprint for building a new identity. The ultimate goal is to fundamentally change yourself, because you are the one person you have to live with every single moment of every single day. This quote from Steve Jobs just puts the perfect cap on everything. It's this massive, empowering reminder that the world around you is not fixed. It's malleable. It was built by people who are no smarter than you are. And when you take ownership and become a person of discipline and action, you earn the right to influence that world, to change it, and to build things of your own. And that really leaves us with the most important question of all. In the end, it all comes down to the person looking back at you in the mirror. You are the one person you have full responsibility for and the full power to change. So the only question left is, what are you going to do